So I had a guy email me asking if I could fix his Line 6 G10 unit. It's having the same failure mine was, where the USB, micro USB fails and you can't power it anymore, or I think in his case it would power, but you had to hold the connector just right, so he had some Velcro on here to hold his power connector or your power cable just right. But it's pretty unreliable. Anyway, so I drilled a hole for the 9-volt barrel connector just like I did on mine, and since I was charging him to do it, I want to make sure I used good components. So before I kind of hand wired everything, but this is you know, PCB that has the voltage regulator on it and the proper resistors, and it works great. Found these on Amazon fairly cheap. I bought several of them, a whole pack of them, so I can do mine. And if anybody else has this same failure, email me or contact me on YouTube and we can talk about fixing yours too. So yeah, you can see I've got the PCB in there, and I use some silicone to hold it in place, just like you can get at Lowe's or whatever, right, for window sealant or whatever. It works well here in this situation too. And then I had some wire connectors that fit on those header pins, just like that. And then you wire 5 volts here. There's a test point back behind this capacitor, which you have to be really careful with your soldering iron getting it down in there. If you want, you can take out the whole PCB here, but then you have to take these screws out. You have to take these screws out, undo this, and undo that, and that's a lot of work. So I was just fairly careful with the soldering iron and got it soldered down in there. So 5 volts there, and then ground is over here. The second row of, there's all these test points. It's TP, blah, 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 whatever numbers. It's the second, or the row closest to the XLR cable, and then the second test point down, that's the ground. Wired it up there and it works. So let me power it up. You can see, well, let me do that again. Turns on. Let me set it down here carefully, and we'll do this without dropping my guitar. Got that, and now we'll put the wireless connector in. It pairs, good to go. Let me turn on my connector over here. Got my G10 that my son got me this a couple years ago for Father's Day. It was a nice gift. I don't know what setting we're on here. So it works. All right. I don't want to play too loud, it's late and some people are asleep, so anyway. There you go. And Derek, I'll be sending it back to you soon.